Okay, so I was having some technical difficulties for the messenger room, so we're gonna try this instead. It is visible to everybody else on the group, which is fine, but yeah, so here we are. Hopefully some people from the messenger party join. I'm trying to keep loading if I get any, member approvals. That way you guys can hop right in. Hopefully, let me see if I'm able to share this to it. I don't know if I am, so I'm just gonna take a minute really quick. To see if I can. I don't think I can. Okay, yeah, I can't. And that's fine. So, yeah. Yeah, okay. All right. So I'll go ahead and get started, then I can send this to the group. You guys can watch it later. I just want it to be about 15 minutes anyway, okay? That way I know that you guys can see it. So we already talked about in the messenger group some of the products, so I'm not gonna hit on a whole lot. I'm just gonna show you guys some demos and go over it like that, and then talk about a few extra products at the end, okay? So it's just now 5:30, so we're all right. Like I said, I'm still trying to make sure if anybody does ask to join that you guys can hop right in. Okay. And this is for the messenger party that I'm having, and then also if any of Melissa's people enter as well, okay? So the EnviroCloth. I'm going to do a butter demo for you guys. And I have here my damp EnviroCloth. And then I am going to smear some butter, then wipe it off, and then show you guys the window cloth in action. So because we are mechanically cleaning, like we talked about earlier this week, we want to use it folded. So you don't want to use your cloths crumped up or anything like that. You want to use it folded. And then that also gives you 8 clean sides to use, okay? So then flip it over, flip it inside out, and then flip the whole thing the other way, okay? This does have the back lock, so it has the microsilver embedded into it, which means no stinky dishcloths, because you rinse it out and rub your fibers together so it gets it really clean, hang it to dry, 24 hours later it's dry, it's self-purified, and it doesn't stink, okay? So that's that. All right, so I'm gonna smear some butter on my microwave and show y'all how I'm gonna get it off. Whoop, okay. All right, so there's the butter. And then I'm going to take my wet EnviroCloth, I'm using it folded, and so this would be the equivalent you would use to, you know, like your Windex and your paper towels. You'd probably have to use a whole lot of them to get it off, right? So I have my folded EnviroCloth. Put a whole lot of butter on there. All right. And then I'm going to follow it up with my window cloth, because so the EnviroCloth's clean, remove 99 up to 99.9% of bacteria, and then the window cloth, when you use it, follows it and polishes, okay? And leaves a streak-free shine. I didn't use any Windex. I only used water with my EnviroCloth. Okay. And the butter is gone, the grease is gone. All we have now is a streak-free, clean microwave, okay? All right, so turn this back around. So that's the butter demo that I want to show. And then I do want to kind of point out that this is like, the window cloth is a silky, if you guys can kind of tell, it's like a silky microfiber, whereas the EnviroCloth is a really thick and dense cloth. So I always like to point out that to be considered microfiber, you have to like just be sold in stores. It has to be 1/6 of a human hair. So if I were to take a small piece of my hair, one little strand, and split it into 6 pieces, so you can't even see that, that is how small the regular microfiber has to be sold in a store. But the Norwex microfiber is actually 1/200th of a human hair. So imagine splitting that into 200 teeny tiny little pieces. It picks up every single thing that's on your counter, and that's the cool thing about it. And then it self-purifies and doesn't smell the next day, even though it picked up every single thing, right? Cool. All right, so then the next demo I want to do is our cleaning paste. Okay, so cleaning paste. And Norwex actually did a video where it shows that to get to the bottom of this, it's about 3,000 and some swipes. Okay, so that's a whole lot. You use it for more like your hard jobs, so rust or permanent marker or anything like that. You would use it for that, and you can also use it to clean glass stovetops, which I'm going to show you guys. So I'm going to get my Spira sponge, which is this. This comes in a pack of 2 when you purchase it for $10. You can throw these in your dishwasher to clean them, or you can just rub the fibers together and get it clean like that. But I'm going to go get this wet and then come back and show you guys. Okay, so you always want to use something that is wet with your paste, because this is actually a chalk and then it turns into like a paste substance when you use it wet. Typically I would just use my EnviroCloth with it. Okay, so I have some over here on the corner. Just want to make sure. Okay. And then, so here we are. Let's go ahead and try to get this one off. So I have some cleaning paste, and then scrub it. So typically, you know, your glass stovetop cleaner, you would have to put it on there and then wait and then come back. You have to let it sit and all that fun stuff. But with this, it's just going to take a couple minutes. I'm going to scrub, and then I'm going to use my same wet EnviroCloth that I used a minute ago. And I'm going to wipe this up. And then you would, if you wanted it to have that streak-free shine, you would follow it up with your window cloth. Okay. So then here's my damp EnviroCloth. Sorry, I'm trying to watch it on the camera, not on real life. So I keep missing. Okay. Cool, cool. Right, so that's that. Let's come over here, flip this back around. Okay, so then the other thing that I want to share is our kitchen cloths. This is probably my #1 favorite product. It's definitely in my top 3. Probably just my #1 favorite product. I use this every single day. I use this to clean up my counters. I use this to wipe up hands for messes or anything that's on the counter, like a spill or anything like that too, because this right here absorbs 1 cup of water. So that's a whole lot of water. And then what pairs with the cloth is the kitchen towel, okay? So we have the kitchen cloth and then we have the kitchen towel. Obviously this one's a whole lot bigger. This is more of what I use to hang on my stove. I will use it to wipe off my hands, or if I do have like a big spill. This absorbs 2 cups of water, okay? So tons of water. And it's really not even like dripping wet. because I've tried it before and it's still, like, it's wet, but it's not sopping wet and gross, okay? So that's super cool. You can get this in a set together, or you can get 3 of the cloths, okay? Like I said, this is my daily, I use this to wipe up my counters, anything like that. That's what I use that for. One of the other things that I love about it is that it has a crumb weave. Okay, so you can kind of see the difference between this weave and the EnviroCloth, how it is thinner, and then this one has the ridges in it. Okay, so what this does is if you have a whole bunch of crumbs on your counter, it picks it up and holds onto it. It doesn't just drop it or, you know, wipe it off into the floor. It'll hold on to it. You use this wet with just water. You would use it folded, just like the other cloths that we have, because we are mechanically cleaning, okay? You don't use this to wash dishes. You don't want any of the food particles to get stuck up in the microfibers, but this also has the back lock. And again, it does say it on the tag, okay? So has the back lock, you can see that, and hang it up to dry. I wash mine about once a week to 2 weeks. I'll get a new one out, just depending on how much you use it, depend on your use, okay? So that's that, definitely my favorite things. And then the other thing that I want to talk about, running out of time, this is the dishcloth, okay? This is probably also in my top 3. These are the stuff that I use every single day, except to wash dishes and then clean my counters, right? So this is that, and it's really big. It is netted, as you can see, and it's really good for getting off like the caked on food and stuff like that. One of the reasons why I love it is because the food doesn't get stuck in it. So we eat a lot of buffalo chicken dip, which means I have to clean the dishes for that. And using like a regular microfiber cloth to wash that, ugh, that would be so gross because it's all stuck in there. And I would basically just have to say, oh, okay, I need a new cloth now. That one's done. Need to finish my dishes with a new one. But this, I just run it over warm water, scrub it together, and it all falls out of it. Okay, so then I don't have to stop, go get a new cloth, you know, whatever. It's good, I can still use it the next day. Since this is not microfiber, it's just a netted dishcloth, you can actually use any dish soap that you currently use with it. So if you use like Dawn or anything like that, you can use that. Everything else so far you would only use water with, okay? Really big. You can cut this in half as well if you prefer it to be smaller, and it won't fray, so that's really nice. I like mine big, so I can scrunch it up and scrub, scrub, scrub. The other thing that I want to talk about, and the last one before I hit on some other things, this is the body cloth, okay? So what the body cloth does is it can, you don't have to buy soap if you don't want to. You can use this to take a shower instead of your soap. It can also remove you needing shaving cream and makeup removers. Okay, so this has the back lock as well. This is the striped version. Typically they are solids, but you can get them stripes. I like the stripes just because it has more of a plush feel. Okay, so what you would do is you would get it wet and then just wash like a normal cloth. And what happens, the reason why you can use this and you don't have to use soap is because the reason why we smell and have to take a shower is because of our dead skin cells. What this microfiber cloth does is it removes your dead skin cells. So it's taking the stink right off of you. With that, you won't smell. You won't smell bad. Clean doesn't have a smell. So you won't smell like, you know, your perfumed soap that you use, but you also won't smell like stink. Okay, so it's a little bit of a different approach, but you're not putting any of that stuff on your body or on your skin. In the group earlier, I talked about how your skin is your biggest organ, and with our detergents and same with lotions and soaps and stuff like that, you're putting that directly on your skin. So it's obviously affecting you some way, shape, or another. It's affecting you. But this is just water and a cloth, no soap, no nothing else. For the shaving, you can use this to shave because it pulls on the hair follicles, okay? So then what happens is it pulls on the hair follicles. You would just, you know, kind of wipe and then use your razor, and it pulls on the hair follicles. It makes it to where it gets a closer shave, so you don't have to shave as much, and it gets a closer shave, so it's even nicer, right? And then for the makeup, you just get it wet and wipe it off, and it removes your makeup. I've seen it with like permanent lipstick. Someone at a party had that, and they tried to get it off with something else, and it didn't work, and then they used this, and it took it right off. So that was really, really awesome. Just a couple minutes over. I just want to hit on really quick about bookings and booking gifts. So this month is mop month, okay, so for the host rewards. So that means that if you host a party just like the one that we had, then you could get the mop for free, so that's super awesome. Based off the host rewards, you also get booking gifts when you host a party, and you get bookings off your party. So this month they have a really pretty window cloth, and then really pretty optic scarf, okay, that you can use to clean your phones or your glasses or anything like that. So if you want to have a party just like this one, you want to get in on the mop month rewards, let me know. We'll talk about that. And then everything that I mentioned today except for the dishcloth and everything that we've talked about all week comes in your starter kit. So if you're interested in that, your starter kit is $10. You can ask me any questions about that. And then I do just want to show you guys the link really quick before I hop off here. That way you know what to click on, okay? So this is what the link will look like when I post it. You can easily get to the catalog, and then you can also get to the party link. You'll want to go to either mine or Melissa's, whichever party that you're in, okay? Thanks so much. If you guys have any questions, reach out.